Well, we're back on the road to Wembley in the Betfred Challenge Cup, so we thought we'd take the last tackle out on the road as well. We're in St Helens, the home of the Saints, as they prepare to take on the Leeds Rhinos live on the Sportsman on Friday.
So, Leeds on the right, St Helens on the left.
And Sailor has gone right through the middle of them. All but Connor makes the most of it, and Ryan Hall gallops in. St Helens! Wembley memories are finally made of this.
Well, we're 5 weeks into this season and Friday night feels like a massive game. Leeds versus Saints under the lights in a knockout game of Rugby League. It'll be a big occasion.
Yeah, huge. We've historically had a lot of big games against Leeds, and this coming weekend we get another one. So it's an exciting challenge for us. We're usually motivated this year to be successful, and the Challenge Cup gives us an opportunity to do that.
I know you'll have been treating every game as a massive game so far this season, but as we get closer and closer to Wembley, it kind of looms on the horizon. You must put some real impetus into these games when silverware is on the line. Yeah,
absolutely. We as a club pride ourselves on competing in big games, and that's something that we want to be doing again this year. But to be able to get to do that, we've got to perform on Friday night against Leeds in a knockout game. So it's an exciting challenge. It's one that we're all looking forward to, and I'm sure it'll make for a great occasion.
Where do you put yourselves after the start of the season? It's been obviously an unconventional start in round one, and then some real good bits, but some bits I'm sure you want to improve on as well.
Yeah, I think I said it after our game against Hull KR last week, is that we got a bit of an idea of where we're at, and what I feel at this stage is we're not far off where we need to get to, but there's still a little bit of work to be doing there. And, we look to find those improvements again this weekend and keep building week on week, because there's also a lot to like about what we're doing at the moment as well.
You've also made some fairly deep-root changes in some of the more important positions, notably being in the halves with Tristan coming in. How long does that take to kind of adjust to having a different kind of player in there and allow him to adjust to a different system?
Yeah, it does take a little bit of time, and the early signs are really positive that Tristan's had a great impact on the team already in the short time that he's been here, and I think that influence will only continue to grow as the season goes on. But yeah, you're quite right in what you say. When you do have new combinations, it does always take a little bit of time to gel in the way that you want them to.
When you come into a game like Friday, is there a different kind of, I don't know if pressure's the word, but a different kind of mentality around it, knowing that one small mistake in a game could have massive implications, not just on the night, but the season? Yeah,
I mean, it's almost like the same feeling as you would get in a playoff game at the end of the year, is that we know what's at stake. That's not lost on anybody, and we need to perform. There is no next week if you don't perform in cup games.
And Leeds, similar to yourselves, have had a mixed start to the season. They'll have taken some real positives out of the performances, and there are some real standouts starting to emerge in that team as well. You have to be ready for the likes of Jake Connor and what that back line can throw at you.
Yeah, they're a dangerous team, Leeds, and I think Brad Arth has added a real steel to them as well. So that makes them a real tough prospect at the weekend. We've played Leeds a lot in recent years. Played them in the cup also last year. So we've had a lot of experience about coming up against this group of players. But on Friday it does present a different challenge for us.
You could have had an easier cup draw at this stage, but in a way, is this the perfect game 5 weeks into the season to really sharpen the focus and make sure that your lads are on the money?
Yeah, look, people can read a lot into the draw every time. Whether I've always looked at the Challenge Cup. If you want to be successful, you want to go and win a Challenge Cup, you've got to beat the better teams, and that's always going to be the challenge. And that starts with us on Friday night against Leeds.
Best of luck on Friday night.
Thank you.
Obviously Leeds are a fantastic team, and the history of St Helens and Leeds has been massive, particularly in obviously the recent years of Super League and has been throughout Super League period. So that's something that, you know, the Leeds games are always something you look forward to. They're always great games, and something as a player you want to be involved in big games, and this is one of them.
Here though, St Helens, they are away here. St Helens underneath the posts, and it's an easy score in the end for Darryl Clark.
A different feel about it. There's no second chances in the cup, so you know, teams coming off disappointing results and performances last week. So yeah, both definitely be looking for better performances and a win. So yeah, massive game, and like I say, it's knockout rugby. So yeah, no second chances this week.
Yeah, I think that's something that, you know, we saw with OKR the other day. They started really well and, you know, contained us and, you know, pinned us in our own half early on, and you know, I reckon that almost punched us in the face, and you know, it was something that we expected, but you know, they were fantastic, and you've got to give them the due. I think, you know, in any sport you want to start well, and it'll be no different when it comes to a Friday.
But this type of year, you know, you're still building combinations and stuff, and you're trying to, you know, find your way of playing and stuff. So you'd like to be more into that going into the cup, but like I say, it's refreshing. It's you know, obviously a different challenge and something we're looking forward to.
Benison now, little kick forward. Lomax will go over and score.
You know, Leeds have been travelling really well. They've got key threats all over the field. You know, Brodie Crawford, what he does all the time, and you know, obviously Jake's been going really well at the back too. So they're a fantastic team with a lot of talent, and you know, I think that they're going to be there or thereabouts when it comes to the end of the season.
Lomax now, head down, just bounces out a couple of tackles.
Every kick, every game, it's important to have a good kicking game, and it's no different against Leeds. You know, probably more so highlighted because of the quality that they have. So I think, you know, it's something that we'll be looking to work on, and we'll look to try and give ourselves better field position as well to try and improve that facet of the game.
So Cup's got a lot of history behind it. You know, we had a bit today, and explaining to the Aussie fellas, obviously, who don't know much about it. You know, the history of the Cup, it goes back a long time, and you know, like I say, it's just a different feel about it. Obviously a fresh competition, so knockout. Yeah, it's exciting. Like I say, we're looking forward to put it right this week.
Here comes Briers, Leeds are being stretched here. Long ball to Hicks, that's a super pass. Back on the inside again. Here comes Hicks to score.
Great finish.
Well, it took some finishing, but I tell you, in the middle of that, Lee Briers' pass from left to right was absolutely sensational.
Lee, well, talk to us about the Challenge Cup, a competition I know that's very, very close to your heart, so it's some great memories in it. Only question, I guess, is what does it mean to you as a competition?
Yeah, it means everything. It's yeah, somebody of my age only had the Challenge Cup really to look forward to. You know, growing up, the Challenge Cup, playing at Wembley, going watching your team at Wembley was, you know, what people around this town grew up doing. Me as a youngster, I can remember the first time I went in 1987, 9 years of age, unlucky. That day we played Halifax and got beat 1918. So remembering all those days back and the great times, you know, it's kind of, you know, back in those days you used to have to queue overnight to get your tickets, and it's just a fabulous tournament to play and to watch, and for this club and for our town it means so much.
Where's Lee Briers? Where's Lee Briers? Here he is with a drop goal. Lee Briers, 60th Warrington drop goal.
Obviously now that I've finished, you look back and you look back with a sense of pride. Losing 5 semi-finals and thinking you're not going to get there to then get to 3 in 4 years, kind of like public buses, you know. None comes and then they all come at once, but it was just fabulous for the town of Warrington to get there and then to win it was something that I will always look back, you know, fondly of. The time at Warrington was a fantastic time, and yeah, really enjoyed them 3 Challenge Cup wins. You know, it was just a really awesome time.
There he is, listen at that, look at that, that was the moment Lee Briers heard that he was a Lance Todd Trophy winner. And that is a very, very special moment for him, I can tell you.
You know, I can tell you exactly who has won most years of the Lance Todd. I'm a rugby nerd, and I understand the prestige in it. So to be named the Lance Todd Trophy winner of 2010 is really satisfying and humbling for me and my family. You know, a young kid from St Helens, to win that was, it's the highlight, and yeah, immensely proud.
And you've experienced it from the coaching box as well during your time at Wigan. What was that like? Was that more stressful than playing?
No, yeah, obviously won one when I was at Warrington as well in 2019 against Saints, and then won one when I was at Wigan and lost two as a coach. So I've been on both sides as a coach, and probably a bit more nervous as a coach, because you once the boys cross that line, you really can't affect what goes on. So 50-50, I think I'm 50-50 in wins and losses as a coach. So let's hope I can make that 75-25 moving forward.
Well, you've obviously come back full circle to be at St Helens. It must be a real target for you to achieve any kind of silverware, but especially your connection with the Challenge Cup with this club.
Yeah, this club demands that, and it's also a reason why I came here, because I demand that. I demand, to be successful, and successful is in a whole range of things. Obviously, you're successful and you're measured by how many trophies you win, but also I'm part of my coaching philosophy is making sure that players improve, and they improve as people, and they improve as rugby league players, and that's successful as well for me. So although the bigger picture is trophies, and this club demands that, the process around it, for me, doesn't change. It's about making people better individually.
Is there a distinction between these knockout games and your regular season games as to the feel of it and what it takes to get over the line? Is there a slightly different kind of map to winning when you know that there's no margin for error?
Yeah, it's knockout competition. There's no tomorrow, so it's a whole different pressure, and it's a pressure that hopefully that we can thrive on. We look forward to the challenge, as do every other team, and yeah, you only have to win a certain amount of games to become the champions of the Challenge Cup. So it's why it's so far away. It's still in touching distance, if you like, and it does bring an added pressure. But it's something what the boys really look forward to. It's a different competition. Some of our guys have never played in it before, so it's a different challenge for those guys. But they're all looking forward to that challenge.
Well, best of luck on Friday, mate.
Appreciate that.
So there we have it, St Helens ready and raring to go into the starting blocks for round 4 in the Betfred Challenge Cup. And of course, you can catch every minute of it live and exclusive right here on the Sportsman. St Helens versus Lee Briers, Friday night. Coverage starts at 7:45. Don't miss it.